Hey guys, it's Lee again, and as you know, we are stuck here in Melbourne in lockdown, and a couple weeks ago we had the M4 competition, and we shot a ton of videos. And since we don't have anything new for you this week, we thought we'd go back into the archive and pull out a couple of good bits. So here is what makes a good sports car. When it comes to sports cars, particularly good sports cars, I think you have to look at three things. It should do three things. And this isn't the stop, turn, go setting. The car should actually be able to physically give you three things. One is that the car should be an absolute performance benchmark. And I think that the M3, M4 have been benchmarks for many years and are continuing to be the benchmark when it comes to performance. So check, yeah, fantastic. So they have to go and perform the part. Then they have to look the part. Now I will give the M3, M4 a check on this because I think this is where the bucktooth front end actually works the best. But they also don't have any fake vents on them, or not many fake vents on them. So everything you see on the front of this car, intakes, aero bits, the curves in the body, everything has a form and a function. And I think that that's what looking the part is. And then the car has to feel the part. If a performance car is soulless, it's just an engineering exercise. Enthusiasts want a car that will work with you and draw you in and egg you on and make you want to go faster or learn how to handle it. And you want the car to challenge you as an enthusiast. The M3 and M4 chassis, and really any of the modern M cars, they will challenge you. If you're not a capable performance driver, you'll never get the best out of them. They'll coddle you if you are learning, but they won't tolerate a fool. And because of that tuning and the buzzing through the steering wheel and the buzzing through the seat that you get when you start this up and the noise that it makes and the way it's tuned to feel in the hand, it creates that little something special. And it gives you, or gives me, this sort of tingly feeling when you drive it. And for me, that's a sign of a really good sports car. And I think the M3, M4 check those boxes, or at least the M4 does. These things that we talk about, these engineering exercises, while they are fascinating and fantastic, if the car doesn't have a soul of some sort, it becomes dull. And sometimes that soul is in its creativity, sometimes that soul is just the way the car feels and how playful it might be. Sometimes that soul is the characteristic in which the car performs. And a good car will have all three. And they won't necessarily be the top of any one of them. So the car may not be the best looking car in the world. The car may not be the best performing car in the world. The car may not be the best engineered car in the world. I'm looking at you, Alfa Romeo. But you fall in love with this sense, this essence of a vehicle because it has its own personality and way of driving that's unique to it. And I think the new M4 was at risk of losing that with all these technological pieces that have to be put into modern cars. All the new technology, all the new driving bits, all the safety features. You worry about losing that in a car and expecting it to become numb. But BMW have done a really good job of holding on to the soul of M in the M4. I have to admit, I think the M2 CS that we had a few weeks ago is the soul of M. That car is raw, ferocious, and everything that a performance M car should be. But we know that's not going to last much longer. So they've done a good job of putting as much as that they can in this. And I'm okay with that. I'll take it. I'll take the compromise.
take 45.